Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us on this cold but sunny, depending on where you are, December afternoon. We're very happy to be back for another training session today. I'm pleased to welcome a couple of new faces to our training program this afternoon. Joining us are Irene, who's the General Manager of the Borgo del Colleoli. Welcome to you, Irene. Are you well?
Thank you. I'm very well. Hello, everyone.
Fantastic. Okay, and also we have Lauren McKeever, the Senior Account Manager for the Arizona Department of Tourism. How are you, Lauren?
I'm good, thanks, Simon. Thanks for having me today.
Okay, well, you're very, very welcome. So just to let everyone know what we're going to be doing, as normal, we're going to be having presentations from our partners who are here this afternoon. Each of the suppliers will deliver a 15-minute presentation today. And that'll be followed by a short Q&A session. So although I keep saying this to everyone, please, please, please do ask questions. Use our Q&A function and put your questions in there. What we want to do is find out from our suppliers things that will help you better sell their products. So if you have questions about accessibility, if you have questions about getting to particular destinations or what's in the surrounding areas, please put that in the Q&A. I can ask our suppliers when we do our Q&A session, but make sure it goes in our Q&A function, and then I will run it through with them after their presentations. Once we've done the presentations and the Q&A, our presenters will then also tell us what's going on in terms of their wonderful competition prizes. We have well, it's well worth waiting for, let me just say that, because we have some wonderful prizes for you. So when you find out about that, then you'll be able to enter the competition later on via our Travel Bulletin website, travelbulletin.co.uk/webinar competition. The deadline for the entries is this coming Friday, which is the 9th of December, and that's going to be 4 p.m. So do take note throughout the presentations, because it will be made easy for you to enter. Okay, without further ado, let's start the training then with Irene from Borgo. Lauren, if you wouldn't mind muting yourself, if you'll excuse the expression, and shutting down your camera. I'll see you again in 15 minutes or so. Fantastic. Okay, Irene, let's hear from you, and then at the end, tell us when you're going to stop sharing, and then my colleague can run your video as well, and I'll leave you to it.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Simon. First of all, just want to check that everything, yeah, okay. So this afternoon, I'm going to present you our beautiful Borgo di Colleoli resort estate in the center of Tuscany. As you can see from the initial picture, it is an historical estate, and it is located in the heart of Tuscany. It offers over 40 beautiful apartments, which are fully furnished and self-catering. It is centrally located and allow all our guests to visit the rest of Tuscany at best, because it's extremely central. It's got also two beautiful swimming pools that are exclusively available for the guests. The next slide, I am offering you a few pictures of our beautiful estate that show how the pool look like, what the pool look like. And on the left-hand side, you can see the small pool, which has a sunset view on the hills, and the other one is, on the contrary, surrounded by pine trees and in a beautiful green amphitheater. The other pictures represent how elegant and the furnishings are of our apartments. Moving ahead with the presentation, this slide represents something that is probably one of the best thing about our estate, because there are a lot of other resorts in Tuscany, but very few are so perfectly located and so central to visit not just the famous cities like Florence, Siena, or Lucca, but also the smallest hamlets like San Gimignano or San Miniato or Volterra. These historical towns have as treasure that not many of Italian visitors, not many guests know. And also, from the Borgo, it's not so difficult to reach the beaches. The beaches from the north of Tuscany, Forte dei Marmi and Pietrasanta, or to the south, Castiglioncello and San Vincenzo. But what is extremely interesting about our state is that it's not just beautiful to relax and enjoy the pools and the grounds during the season, during the let's say the summer season, but it is extremely let's say important to see the Borgo and to see this area of Tuscany outside of season, because it offers numerous activities that you don't do during the summer because probably it's too hot. And you have in October, November, December, it's a truffle season. There are lots of festivals, lots of little towns like Palaia that offer truffle tastings, etc. Or you can also ask our reception to organize cooking classes for you, or touring vineyards, and different other trips that are not so common to do during the summer season. I am now showing you something to give you a better idea, a better view of what the Borgo looks like, and what the architecture and the historical architecture that the Borgo represents. This is an extremely interesting heritage that we have from the 1426, when the estate was acquired by a noble family from Pisa, the Agostini Venerosi della Seta. They started renovating an old medieval castle into a Renaissance villa. And then throughout the following centuries, the estate was transformed into a proper farm. It was a farm that produced extremely good olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, which people would, where something went wrong. Hello?
Don't worry, I'm here as well.
Okay.
Okay, you're back again, I think. Is that okay?
Yeah. So I was saying that the farm that the Agostini set up in the following century was producing the best extra virgin olive oil, and this is a topic that lots of guests are particularly interested in, because up till now we're still producing one of the best olive oil in Tuscany, and this is our essential key ingredient to the majority of our recipes. And this helps me to introduce the wine bar and enoteca restaurant that we have in the heart of the square of the estate. As you can see from these pictures, we have in the past few years really enhanced the quality, and we have focused on producing our own ingredients, like sourdough bread and pizzas and breakfast and focaccias that has made our restaurant become extremely popular and a great success in the past season, for instance. Another thing that our guests have enjoyed very much is the house wine, which we have been starting producing together with a next door estate, Villa Saletta, and this wine is easy to drink. It's a Chianti, not a classic Chianti, but a Chianti that has been extremely successful. Still moving on, still talking about the restaurant and the menus that we have changed in the past 2 years. We have focused on extremely traditional and authentic recipes, all, as I was saying before, based on extra virgin olive oil and on typical ragouts from Tuscany, like wild boar ragu or fresh pasta and ravioli with spinach and ricotta. So this, as you can see from this picture, these are some pictures from the inside of the wine bar. Has been something that has changed, and our guests have enjoyed enormously in the past couple of years. Now I'm moving to, amongst other things that we organized at the Borgo, we have specialized ourselves in organizing events and weddings for over 10-12 years. The Borgo grounds and the Borgo Villa music room have an agreement with the local council from Palaia, and so that civil ceremony can be held at the Borgo, and basically couples and brides and grooms to be can get married directly at our estate, and the deputy mayor or some other deputies can come to the Borgo and celebrate the weddings with us. Another option is to use one of our beautiful churches around the Borgo and around Palaia for religious weddings. This leads me to say a few more things about the weddings that are part of the video that I would like to share.
Do you want us to do the video now?
Yes, I would like to.
Okay, fantastic. Holly, can you look after the video for us?
Yeah, if you can just stop screen sharing, then I can share the video for you.
Yeah, done.
Perfect, thank you.
I, Stefan Reed, take you, Francesca Maria Calipa, and my lawful wife, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poor, in sickness and in health, until death do us part.
Okay, this is to say that in the last few years, and before and after COVID, this has become one of our most important core business, and I'm talking about the events, and we are very. I mean, if anyone has questions about this, we are very happy to answer, because we have now set up a fully a team on site that can help guests to organize and completely the event from A to Z, and we have a wedding planning services and a team that can liaise with suppliers and florists, photographers, bands. So we do have this service on site without engaging with other agencies, basically.
Okay, well that's really good. I've got lots of questions to ask you already, which is great, Irene. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for the presentation. That was really interesting. It looks absolutely stunning. So well, it looks beautiful. So first of all, I'm going to start off. Teresa Connolly asks, can you arrange collections from the nearest airport if clients don't want to drive?
Yes, absolutely. We do have, let's say, one of our best, let's say, the jewel in our crown is our staff in reception that can organize everything for our guests, literally. And shuttle services and taxi service is one of them. So no problem about that. Okay. Also, I've got Sheila Stamp who asks, are any of the rooms sort of big enough to look after a family of 2 adults and 2 children? Yes, absolutely. Our apartments range from studio, 1 bedroom and 2 bedrooms, and can sleep from 2, 4 and 6 people. Okay, so yeah, okay, that's fantastic. Okay, I've got Kana asks, can you book things in advance, or do you book things that experiences like the truffle tasting and things like that? Do you only do that on site, or can you book that for people before they arrive? Both ways. We can arrange it beforehand by, contacting our reception staff via email. We pre-book the experiences, or we can book them on site when guests arrive. Okay, fantastic. Again, a couple of people have asked this. Diana's one of them, and she asks, in terms of the food you offer at the Borgo, can you look after people's sort of dietary requirements if they're celiacs or something like that? Absolutely. Gluten-free, vegetarian, vegan, we are prepared for everyone. Okay, and we actually, we have focused on vegetarian. Even though Tuscany is not famous for vegetarian recipes, we have also beautiful vegetables, so we can arrange perfect menus for vegetarian or gluten-free. Okay. And in terms of groups, I know obviously weddings from the video is a big part of what you're trying to promote. Is that something that you can look after, big groups, if someone had a wedding to sort of promote or to get a quote from? Is that something you're used to sort of quoting for? Absolutely. Yes. Up to 130 people. Okay, and they can all stay, or? Yeah, they can all stay. We can accommodate all of them on site, which is a plus compared to other estates, because they can have their own wedding here, and all the guests and family and friends can stay on site as well. So yeah. Okay, and yes, well, that is a bonus, because we don't want them wandering around after enjoying themselves too much. No, we don't. Okay, well, that's fantastic. Thank you so much. There are a couple more, but we'll make sure that you are sent those and you can answer them separately. No worries. From the people who've asked them. Thank you so much for that, Irene. I'd like you now, if you may, to give us some details of what you're going to offer in terms of your wonderful prize, and then ask your competition question. Yeah, our prize is 5 nights free of charge for 2 people. To be enjoyed at the Borgo throughout the year, excluding July and August. Okay, and your question for this wonderful prize? How far is the Borgo from Pisa Airport in terms of time? How long does it take from Pisa Airport to get to the Borgo? Fantastic. Okay, just to recap on that, we've got 5 nights stay for 2 people in a 1-bedroom apartment at the Borgo, which is astonishing price. It looks absolutely stunning. You're not obliged to get married there, but you could go there and just have a wonderful 5-day stay. So please visit our after the webinar over the next couple of days. Go on to travelbulletin.co.uk/webinar competition, and you will be asked the question: how far is the Borgo from Pisa Airport? So how long does it take to get there? Wonderful. Thank you, Irene. Please
if you wouldn't mind muting yourself and sort of stopping your video for the time being, and we'll see you again in 15 minutes or so. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Right. Okay. Please now, I'd like everyone to welcome back Lauren, please, on behalf of Arizona. Lauren, have you found, did you enjoy Irene's presentation?
Oh, it was fantastic. Yeah, that's definitely added to my travel bucket list.
Absolutely. Okay, well, let's hope you can now add to everyone else's travel bucket list with your presentation in terms of Arizona. Obviously, please, guys, once again, I know you were really wonderful in terms of getting questions out for Irene. I'd like you to do the same for Lauren, so please put it on our Q&A function. Lauren is happy to answer lots of really not too detailed questions, but lots of detailed questions in terms of how you can better sell Arizona at the end of this, because that's what we're all here for. So Lauren, I'm going to pass over to you, and I'll see you again in a minute.
Fab. Thanks, Simon. Okay, hopefully everyone can see that okay. And welcome everyone, and thank you again for taking the time to join us today. As Simon mentioned, my name is Lauren, and I am here on behalf of the Arizona Office of Tourism. So the Grand Canyon State offers 300 days of sunshine, iconic national parks and monuments, must-see attractions, a wealth of history to explore, and outdoor adventure. It really offers a multitude of experiences and adventure awaiting both you and your clients. So location-wise, Arizona is very easily accessible for the UK traveller, with direct service from London Heathrow into Phoenix with both BA and American Airlines. Additionally, Arizona's location in the southwestern region of the US provides ample opportunity for some great domestic connections, and we've included a couple of examples on this slide with some of popular gateways out of the UK into the US for connecting flights. Additionally, Arizona is a fantastic fly drive destination, and we have on our trade section of our website, which I'll mention at the end of this presentation, some really great itinerary options both within the state and incorporating neighboring states as well, such as Utah, Colorado, California and Nevada as well. So we've kind of broken down the states really into 5 regions, all offering kind of their own unique experience between them, which really kind of highlights the need and the appeal of doing a multi-center itinerary within Arizona itself. So first off, we'll start with Northern Arizona. So Northern Arizona is a year-round destination which boasts slot canyons, a Route 66 saloon, the cool waters of the Colorado River and Lake Powell, and of course the iconic Grand Canyon. Then moving down to north central Arizona, this area features stunning landscapes made of pine trees and red rocks, in addition to pioneered towns that really defined the Wild West history of Arizona itself. Then central Arizona plays host to Phoenix, the capital city, which offers sophisticated urban escapes, a fantastic Southwest culture scene, serene desert gardens, one-of-a-kind museums and award-winning dining, plus lots of outdoor adventure beyond Phoenix into central Arizona itself. Then the West Coast is home to close-knit communities filled with museums, attractions, wildlife habitats and plenty of space to enjoy throughout the spring and summer months outdoor adventure on the water, including boating, swimming and water sports of all types as well. And then finally, southern Arizona plays home to Tucson, the soul of the Sonoran Desert. In 2015, Tucson was awarded the first UNESCO City of Gastronomy Award, and the city boasts 23 miles of the best Mexican food in the US, so a must visit when in Tucson. Beyond Tucson, southern Arizona is home to the Old West time capsule that is Tombstone, and some great iconic Old West destinations within there as well. So as Arizona Office of Tourism, we've really kind of compiled all of our experiences throughout the state, both city and beyond, into our kind of 4 pillars. And hopefully these really kind of help you understand the vast offerings throughout the state and that we do really have unique experiences for everyone. So our first is culinary, and that includes, we have a lot of local chefs, local produce, vineyards and breweries, and incredible alfresco dining options available throughout the state. And our Arizona makers, we have no shortage throughout the state of talented craftsmen, chefs, artisans and makers. And we really wanted to try and promote them and put them on a global scale to try and encourage travelers to draw them into Arizona, and also encourage them to seek those out when they're in Arizona as well. I think post-COVID, we're all seeking a little more authenticity in our travel experience, and this is a real fantastic opportunity for clients to get out and actually see these talented makers at work in Arizona. So be sure to check out the Arizona Makers section on our website for a great video and some more information about what that offers. And then coming on to adventure, I'll touch on this a little bit more, but as the Grand Canyon State, we have a huge amount of outdoor open space, breathtaking scenery, and unlimited adventure for everyone. As well as outdoor activities, we have incredible road trip infrastructure, family activities, including breathtaking hikes, mountain bikes, water skiing, and skiing in the winter as well. And then coming on to our next one, heritage and culture. So we have a great Old West scene with our history and culture there, American Indian culture.
Okay. For some reason, we appear to have lost Lauren briefly. We'll hope that she's able to rejoin us. I'm hoping someone IT-wise can get hold of Lauren and get her back swiftly. Here we are. It appears that she's coming. Lauren, are you there?
I am back. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I thought, as I said to you earlier, don't give me heart attacks. I don't need that at all. So it's
given
good
myself one, so it's fine.
It's good to see you're back. Hopefully, are you happy to sort of stay and carry on where you left off?
Yes, I am, absolutely. Apologies, everyone.
No.
Right, I'm back. Sorry about that, everyone. So yes, where were we? So I was talking all about adventure throughout Arizona. So as I'm sure you're all aware, Arizona is known as the Grand Canyon State. It stretches over 277 miles from end to end, and I'm sure I don't need to tell you, but it's an iconic monument that everyone must see at least once within their lifetime. But once your clients have enjoyed the Grand Canyon, there is so much to explore beyond that throughout the state in the way of outdoor adventure. So Arizona plays home to 3 national parks. I think people always know about one, but just to mention, there's 3 for your clients to explore, to get out and about and see. But one of the biggest pulls and draws into Arizona, besides the Grand Canyon, is our plethora of opportunity and options regarding outdoor adventure, which includes boating, water sports, hiking, biking, whitewater rafting, golf, and fishing and hunting. So for any of your clients that like to be active and get outdoors, once they've experienced and visited, our 3 national parks, the Arizona Trail is 800 miles long and is dedicated to hiking, mountain bike riding, horseback riding, and in the winter, cross-country skiing. In addition to the outdoor adventure, we have also got a plethora of activities and adventure options catering to families as well, which include wildlife parks, Wild West adventures, child-friendly museums, and family-friendly campgrounds. So always bear us in mind, whether you're speaking to couples, singles, groups, and or families traveling with young children, Arizona should definitely be on their list for a fly drive itinerary. And then moving on to Route 66, it does not get more iconic and legendary than Route 66. And in Arizona, we're proud to say that we are home to the longest stretch of the original Route 66, which stretches over 350 miles long. An Arizona stretch of that Route 66 is dotted with small towns with quirky attractions, colourful history, fantastic dining outlets in some of these really kind of small oldie-worldy towns, and beautiful landscapes of the Southwest. The northern city of Flagstaff, which we'll see mentioned in the slide there, has the longest stretch of Route 66, spanning 13 miles long, and it's the perfect stop on a Route 66 itinerary for getting out and exploring the great outdoors and some of the historic sites that are included within the town and beyond it as well. Flagstaff is also known as a really great place for visitors to stop off, kick back and relax at a local festival and a local brewery. So once all the driving is done very safely, then encourage your clients to check out Flagstaff's Brewery Trail. We've put together a fantastic array of a combination of old and new saloons and bars to test out and try some local craft beer and cider that's produced very locally as well. And it's also a fantastic opportunity to follow that trail and get out and see some fantastic sites along the way there as well. For any of your clients that are traveling through Route 66, along Route 66 into Arizona, if you aren't already aware, please do encourage them to use the Route 66 check-in challenge passport, an interactive map. You can find details of that on the Visit Arizona website, or I'm more than happy to email the link through to you after this. It's just a chance for travelers to share photos, experiences, hashtag where they are along the route, and there being the chance of regular prize draws. But again, it's a fantastic platform for you to share with clients that are perhaps in the decision-making stage, and just encourage them to add this portion of Route 66 in Arizona onto their fly drive itinerary. And that's all from me. Sorry about the blip in the middle there, technology. I've included my email on here. So like I mentioned, I know hopefully you guys will have some questions for me in a moment, but please feel free to take my email down for anything you think of after today, and or if you would like any further training or further information. I've also included the link there to our online training program from Arizona from A to Z. If you haven't already signed up, be sure to do that and complete the training. We run regular competitions on there and continue to update the site with news information. It's a real good hub for you to gain all of your Arizona knowledge beyond today. Finally, the link's not on here, but be sure to check out the trade section of visitarizona.com. We have a whole load of information there for you if you're not already aware, with itinerary recommendations. They include both just solely within the state and incorporating multi-state itineraries with our neighbouring states. The opportunity to sign up for our newsletter, where we send monthly newsletters around with updates, news, information, destination updates, and a whole wealth of information that can be found on the trade section of our website. But again, thank you for joining, and apologies again for the slight blip in the middle there.
Don't worry about that at all. That will be seamlessly edited out. So that we have no mention, or no one needs to know it ever happened, Lauren, honestly.
Brilliant.
It will be fine. So I've got a couple of questions for you. They're really both I've got 3 or 4 things, so really all I'm going to try and meld into one, because so you can give a bit more detail on it. It's all about the Route 66 sort of challenge that you just mentioned. You said it's something interactive in terms of how they do it, and there's prizes that they can tell their customers about if they get involved. How does this work?
Yeah, so they can actually, if I don't know if I can share, would it help if I shared the link in the chat, or shall I
do that? By all means, yes, that's a good idea. If you can do that and talk, and don't go off screen again, because I'll get nervous.
No, I'm here. I'm not going. I don't know what happened there. I think I clicked on something and it all went wrong. Yeah, so it's a challenge that we've set up. It's a mobile exclusive and no app to download, but essentially it's really to encourage kind of another way of people sharing their experiences and or kind of, you know, where they are and what they're doing along Route 66 within Arizona. And the more check-ins you do along our stretch of Route 66 in Arizona, then you're entered into prize draws. And I think it's once a month if you upload photos. Then the Arizona Office of Tourism do a random act of kindness into someone's DMs, but it's just a great way of also showcasing, you know, real footage of people in destination, and even before people you know, if you, like I said, if you've got clients that are considering Arizona, or, you know, still deciding where in Arizona to go, they can always follow the hashtag. It's Rock the Route AZ. And it's just a great way for kind of people to see what's going on, and some, you know, people come across hidden gems or things that are maybe off the beaten track. It's a great way to kind of share what people are doing. And
from your point of view, is it something that then people can see? Is there a sort of social media, how do I put this, a story that continues, in the sense that can people go back and visit what other people did and see sort of video footage of that, of whatever other people have done?
Absolutely, yes, they can search for it via the hashtag, and it's a great way. You know, we've spoken to people before that have shared it with their clients. They've actually used it as an additional source to kind of hunt out local bars, or, you know, different sites to see in addition to that, by looking at previous travelers' experiences. So I think people always like seeing what other people have done and kind of, you know, checking it out. So yeah, I've just included the link in there, and that's on our consumer site, so that link can be shared with your clients directly as well.
Okay, I've seen that. Teresa asks something as well, which people will want to know, because obviously when you talk about the US, and I know we're looking at one specific state, but states in the US are, compared to the sort of driving everyone does here, it's huge. So what sort of, how long would it take at reasonable stops and reasonable amounts of time for people to do the portion of Route 66 that's within Arizona?
That's a very good question, and I'm not actually.
Oh, no.
I do apologize. I can find out how long it would take to do that full stretch. Yeah, I can absolutely find out. No, don't be silly. And this is a brand new client for us at Black Diamond, which we're very excited about, and we're still kind of learning the final bits. But it stretches over 350 miles, the full stretch of it. But I am more than happy to find out exactly how long that would take. And
yeah, so you basically, with that sort of thing, you could do it in a day, but there's no point in doing that because you're not seeing a lot and you're not experiencing it. So maybe sort of spread it over sort of 2 or 3 days and make sure that you enjoy it all.
Absolutely, yep.
Okay, fantastic. Sorry about that. That was, if someone asks it, and we ask what we're asked to ask. So
of course, don't be silly.
Okay, Laura, right. Okay, if I can do, I'd ask you to share details of your prize, if you can do, and also the question that you would like agents to answer.
Yes, of course. Yeah, so we have a fantastic Arizona Office of Tourism goodie bag filled with lots of wonderful collateral, a lot of information as well, but some fantastic giveaway goodies will be included in there as well. And the question, hopefully it's fairly easy, is how many national parks are there in Arizona?
Okay, so just to recap on that, we've got an Arizona goodie bag. It'll have some wonderful Arizona items in it. I can't say Arizona items. Anyway, we won't worry about that. It'll have some wonderful stuff in there, and you will win that if you can answer, or you'll be in the draw to win it if you can answer how many national parks are there in Arizona. Remember, everything is answerable via the TB website, which is travelbulletin.co.uk/webinar competition. That will be live now, but you've got until Friday at 4 p.m. to double check, and you can revisit Lauren's edited presentation at that point and make sure that you can, if you have missed it, you'll be able to see it within there, because it will be in there, I'm sure. Okay, Irene, I'm going to ask you to rejoin us now. We're coming to the end of our webcast this afternoon. I need Irene to come back on. Irene, can you hear me? I think Irene's gone to.
Hi, Simon.
No, you're here. Right. Can we have you on screen again, Irene? If that's all right. Can
yes.
You activate your camera? Fantastic. Okay. Don't forget, everyone, you will be able to see everything. The recorded version will be live tomorrow morning on our website, but you can visit the area on the website to enter the competition now if you know all the answers, which I'm sure you do. We've been treated some great training today, and we've learned an awful lot. So thank you very much to Lauren and to Irene. Thank you both for taking the time to join us and training agents this afternoon. If you wouldn't mind now, this is for our screenshot, if you wouldn't mind waving everyone goodbye, and see you all again soon. Thank you.